Okay, we need to talk. We need to talk about what is shaping up to be the single most defining tech trend for 2025. And that's the explosive mashup of edge computing, AI, and cybersecurity. Now, this isn't just some small update. We're talking about a fundamental power shift in how our entire digital world is going to operate.
You're seeing quotes like this pop up everywhere. And you know what? It's for a really good reason. This isn't just industry buzz or some fancy marketing term. It's the real deal. A massive change is happening under our feet right now, and it is grabbing the attention of leaders in pretty much every single sector.
Now, I want you to just look at this number for a second. Let it sink in. 75%. This one figure, this is the key. This is why we're talking about this today. It's that important.
So what's that 75%? It's a historic move of data processing away from the big centralized cloud. We are literally witnessing a seismic shift in computing architecture. So the billion-dollar question is, what on earth is driving this massive change?
Well, the simple answer is that the traditional cloud model, the one we've relied on for years, is starting to show some serious cracks. You know, it was built for a different time, and frankly, it's struggling to keep up with the crazy demands of our modern digital world.
Let's start with this number, 75 billion. That's how many Internet of Things or IoT devices are expected to be online. Think about it. Sensors, cameras, smart cars, robots on a factory floor, literally everything is getting connected. And here's the problem, right? Trying to send all that data from 75 billion devices all the way back to a central cloud, it creates these huge digital traffic jams or bottlenecks. But even scarier, every single one of those devices is a potential doorway for an attacker. It's a security nightmare on a scale we've just never seen before.
And if that wasn't enough to worry about, you've got this statistic, a nearly 600% jump in a whole new kind of threat.
This really shows you the new reality we're in. We're not just fighting off simple computer viruses anymore. We are up against incredibly sophisticated, AI-powered attacks like deepfakes that can completely overwhelm traditional centralized security. The bad guys have evolved, so our defenses have to as well.
Now, what's so fascinating here is that this isn't some far-off theoretical problem. Not at all. A full quarter of organizations are actually predicted to regret their cloud adoption by 2028. Why? Well, precisely because of these growing headaches with security, speed, and cost. The pain is real, and companies are desperately looking for a better way to do things.
So what's the answer? What's the solution? Well, it's a technology called edge computing. And look, it's not about replacing the cloud. It's about making it better, augmenting it, creating a more powerful, more resilient, and way more secure system for the world we live in today. So what is it exactly? Well, to put it simply, edge computing flips the old model on its head. Instead of sending all your data on a long journey to some far-off cloud server, you process it locally, right there at the edge of your network, where the data is actually being created. Think of it this way. It's like having a mini post office in your neighborhood to sort local mail, instead of sending every single letter across the country to a massive sorting facility. It's just way faster and a whole lot more efficient. And this comparison just makes it crystal clear. With the old centralized cloud, you get high latency, that's lag, and you have to transfer massive amounts of data because all the heavy lifting happens far away. But with edge computing, latency just plummets, and you barely have to transfer any data because the processing happens right there at the source. It is an absolute game changer. Okay, so that's the theory. Sounds pretty good, right? But how does this actually play out in the real world? Let's take a look at how this combination of tech delivers some really tangible, measurable results.
And wow, do these numbers tell a story? By processing data locally, companies are seeing that critical response time, the latency, slashed by 50%. And because they're not sending huge fire hoses of raw data to the cloud, data transfer needs are cut by a massive 80%. This means faster, cheaper, and more secure operations, period.
So let's walk through a real-world example in cybersecurity. Step 1, an AI model on an edge device, maybe a sensor in a factory, analyzes data locally, in real time. Step 2, if it spots something weird, something that's not supposed to be there, it uses a powerful large language model to instantly identify it as a potential threat. And then, step 3, it immediately enforces a zero-trust security policy, which basically means never trust, always verify, to lock down and isolate that device before it can cause any damage. It's proactive security, not reactive.
And the result of being so proactive, of catching threats at the source? Well, it translates directly into dollars and cents. Big ones. Just take a look at this number. That's right. By catching these threats right at the edge before they can spread through the network, this whole approach can slash the average cost of a data breach by nearly $1.8 million. This is why the chief financial officers are suddenly paying just as much attention to this as the tech teams. It's a huge deal.
And the benefits just keep on stacking up. It really touches everything from security to efficiency. As you can see, we're talking about major reductions in cyber attacks, incredible cost savings on AI processing, and even a significant drop in energy use. It's a win for security, a win for the budget, and a win for sustainability. A true win-win-win. So where is all of this headed? Let's zoom out a little and look at the big strategic picture. Because, with any powerful shift like this, the future presents both incredible opportunities and some pretty significant risks.
On one side, the opportunities are just staggering. Edge is the backbone for the next industrial revolution, Industry 5.0. It's set to unlock trillions in productivity and create millions of new jobs. But on the other side, the risks are just as real. We still have to solve some really complex challenges around securing the supply chain, making sure different systems can talk to each other, and figuring out who's in charge of the rules.
Look, at the end of the day, this isn't a question of if the edge revolution is coming. It's already here. It's happening now. So the only real question left is the one that every leader, every developer, and every strategist has to answer for themselves. Is your strategy ready for it?